good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Milwaukee Bucks got it done again, 128 to 117. Season series tie 1-1 between these two teams. The Bucks are now 25 and 31 and 13 and 13 at home. They played at home in this game. The Heat go to 31 and 28 and 14 and 17 on the road. Milwaukee won the first quarter 30 to 29. They won the second quarter 33 to 29, but they did lose the third quarter 35 to 26. But they won the fourth quarter 39 to 24. Let's talk about them Heat and how they ended up playing in this one. Andrew Wiggins kept making the spot up three. That's something that he's really been working on. And he's been getting the results that he needs even in this one. But he did go to 4 of 8 from three, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and 5 of 12 from the field for 16 points. He also grabbed 8 rebounds, had 5 assists with no turnovers. He also had a steal and 3 blocks, 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. He just does the little small things like defend and help out wherever he needs in those areas that's needed to help you be able to try to win a game. And then he's also a floor spacer now and a guy that can still score in transition in the paint from time to time too. Bam Adebayo got off to a good start in this one, but he faded a little bit throughout the game. He ended up going 2 of 8 from 3 and 8 of 19 from the field. He took the most shots on the team tonight, and you couldn't really tell in this one, but 31 minutes for him. He did have 9 boards. That was the most on the team. He also had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 1 block. 2 offensive rebounds and 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. He had the jump shot going. He was finishing in the paint, hitting the mid range, hitting the 3, but he just didn't do it as efficiently as you think that you would think he would have done. But you want him to be more efficient in this one. Norman Powell, he was launching shots, but he kept attacking the Bucks over and over again. He was able to get to the free throw line a lot. He went 11 to 14 from the free throw line. He finished 3 of 8 from 3. Some was, he got it on his own. Some he played off the ball and got. He also finished 6 of 14 from the field, which isn't bad, but isn't the greatest either. He had the most points on the team with 26 points and 30 minutes. He is what took him to be able to get them. But not a bad game from a good performance. He also had 6 boards, no assists in this one, but he did have 6 turnovers and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a -8 and plus minus. We know that Norman can handle that ball and get wherever he wants to on the court, however he wants to do it. And we know he can shoot. So, he was putting things together in this one and ended up having a decent outing besides the turnovers and a couple of missed shots. Davion Mitchell was pulling the 3 early. They was running the ball up and he was just getting open looks, so he took them. He went 2 of 3 from 3 and 3 of 4 from the field, and he only finished with 8 points. He was the only starter in double figures, not to score in double figures. And this one for the Heat, he did get 6 rebounds and 8 assists. The 8 assists was the most on the team, and that's no surprise for him. This season, he's been setting up his teammates all year and has been doing a fantastic job of it. He also had 1 turnover, 1 steal, 4 personal fouls, and was a +3 and plus minus. Pelly Larson, he's a guy that's going to score the easy baskets whenever they're there for him. He went 3 of 6 from the field. The problem was he went 0 of 3 from the three-point line and needed a couple of those to go down. But he also went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards, 5 assists. He's an unselfish teammate. He also had 2 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and was a -9 and plus minus. Gardner back on the court, 3 minutes for him. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a +5 and plus minus. Jaime Jaquez made a 3, and then he finished 1 of 3 from 3 because he missed the other ones. He also went 4 of 9 from the field. He's going to try to score near that basket as much as he can, and it worked enough in this one. He also had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers. 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a +2 and plus minus. Khalil Ware was finishing around the rim. When he wasn't doing that, he was at the free throw line. He went 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from 3. He's going to try a couple of those every game. And he also finished 5 of 8 from the field. Did a good job finishing it around the basket. 8 rebounds. That was the most off the bench. He also had no turnovers and a steal and 2 personal fouls, 3 offensive boards and a -9 and plus minus. Drew Smith played 6 minutes. He went 0 of 2 from the field. It was all 3-pointers that he took. He also had 2 assists, no turnovers, and 3 steals. The 3 steals ended up being the most in the game for the Heat. He also had no personal fouls and was a -3 and plus minus. Tyler Hero played 26 minutes. He finished with 14 points too, but he went 5 of 17 from the field, mainly because he finished 3 of 9 from three, and he missed a lot of mid ranges, so in floater type of shots. But that's his game, and that's what he does, and it just hasn't been working out as much lately. But it'll get going again because he's also a decent ball handler, and when he's not trying to score, he's trying to find his teammates. And he went and got 6 assists, and that's the most off the bench for the Heat. He also had 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and a block. No personal fouls and a -20 and plus minus. And Yakachonis, 10 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field. He misses only 3. He did have 3 boards, though, and an assist and a turnover, 2 personal fouls, 2 offensive rebounds, and was a -9 and plus minus. And then the Milwaukee Bucks, they ended up playing a really good game in the fourth quarter that opened it up for them to be able to win. And they needed this win more than the Heat, but they got it. So they also worked for it and played hard throughout the entire game to give themselves a chance to win, and they did. Kyle Kuzma was good from start to finish. 25 minutes, 19 points, 7 to 16 from the field, 3 of 7 from three, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound with no personal fouls and a -6 and plus minus. He can score that basketball, and that's something that we know. You know, he has the moves near the basket. He can finish at the basket. He can make the wide open three if you give it to him, and he can help on the glass, and he can also get out of the way for the offense or help somebody get a shot. Didn't really do that too much in this game, but he can do it. Miles Turner, he made a shot near the rim, and he finished 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He only played 19 minutes. He did get 5 rebounds, no turnovers, 2 steals, and a block, no personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. Kevin Porter Jr., 37 minutes, 32 points. He can score that basketball, man, and he was hitting threes. He was hitting mid ranges. He was getting all the way to the basket. He was good for them the entire game, and he also was getting to the free throw line. Basically, it seemed like whenever he wanted to. 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from three, 11 of 20 from the field. Game high, 32 points for both teams. 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He can impact the game with the boards and the passing too, not just scoring. And he can play a little defense too. He had 2 steals in the block, only 2 personal fouls, 3 offensive boards, and a +10 and plus minus. AJ Green ended up going 2 of 6 from three and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. In 28 minutes, he finished for 8 points. He also did have 5 rebounds and 4 assists and no turnovers in the steal. He did almost foul out in this game, though. He finished with 5 personal fouls. He did get 1 offensive rebound, was a +12 and plus minus. Ryan Rollins helped him out a lot. He made a 3, missed the other one, and went 9 of 16 from the field. He was able to hit mid-range jumpers. He was able to get all the way to the basket. He was able to get to the free throw line and finish with 21 points in 37 minutes. Him and Kevin Porter played the most minutes on the team. He ended up going 9 of 16 from the field to get it. And then he also had 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, unfortunately, but he did get 2 steals and a block, 2 personal fouls, and was a +4 and plus minus. And Bobby Portis, he was a big help off the bench. He ended up hitting some floaters and some mid ranges and some threes. He went 5 of 10 from three, 8 of 14 from the field, hit some jump shots too from the mid range, and finished with 21 points in 24 minutes. He did have 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and was a +18 and plus minus. Yang was really good off the bench too. He went 3 of 3 from three. He's a real good knockdown shooter. He can hit the jump shot too. He finished with 11 points, 4 of 6 from the field in 22 minutes, and he did grab 6 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers, and 2 steals. The 2 steals was the most off the bench. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a +5 and plus minus. Jericho Sims was finishing strong around the basket, and he led the team in rebounds with 10, but he went 4 of 4 from the field, didn't miss a shot, and had 8 points in 29 minutes, 5 assists, the most off the bench. He also had 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, 3 offensive boards, and a +15 and plus minus. And Cam Thomas, he can shoot you in the game. He can shoot you out of them. He didn't do that in this one, but he did go 2 of 10 from the field. Took a lot of 4 shots, and that's the love-hate relationship you're going to have with him if he's on your roster. He also went 0 of 4 from 3, unfortunately, for that also, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line for only 6 points in 20 minutes. He did have 3 rebounds and 2 assists and no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. Not his night tonight, but his teammates was good, so they didn't really need him to have a huge performance to be able to win the game. But it's always good to have a guy that can possibly do it, and that's why they picked him up and still happy that they have him on his roster. 49% from the field for the Bucks, 43 for the Heat, 41% for three for the Bucks, 33% for the Heat, 84% from the free throw line for the Bucks, 78% for the Heat. They did shoot 27 free throws, while the Bucks shot 19. 46 rebounds for the Bucks, 51 for the Heat, 25 assists for the Bucks as a team. The Heat had 32, 10 turnovers for the Bucks, 16 for the Heat, 10 steals for the Bucks, 8 for the Heat, 3 blocks for the Bucks, 5 for the Heat, 10 offensive rebounds for the Bucks, 14 for the Heat, 36 defensive rebounds for the Bucks, 37 for the Heat, 20 personal fouls for the Bucks, 18 for the Heat, and it ended up being a good game, competitive game, a game where you thought the Heat was going to possibly win it because it seemed like every time the Bucks answered, the Heat came right back, and even when they didn't, the Bucks had some problems scoring, and then in the fourth quarter, the Bucks just got more stops and made more shots, and that ended up being the reason why they won. But the Bucks can do that. You know, they have a lot of guys that's confident. They have a lot of guys that can get their own shot. They have a lot of guys that can make the open looks. So they're still a team that you have to play hard against because if they get open or if they're moving the ball or breaking down the defense, they can hurt you a lot. And obviously that ended up happening in this one. The Heat knew it. You know, they respect the Bucks. They know how tough they can be. And they ended up losing a game that they should have won, but they just couldn't get it done. And you have to give credit for the Bucks for staying in it, playing hard, and making shots when it mattered the most to be able to win this one. And the Bucks was at home, so the crowd wanted to see them win, and they was rooting for them. They was cheering for them. They wanted them to get this one because the Bucks still want to make the playoffs. And Giannis has been out, and the Bucks have still been figuring out how to win games against basically anybody. And that's something that you have to love about this team. They ain't giving up. They ain't tanking. They ain't throwing away the season. They're still playing to be able to get into the playoffs. And even if that's through the play-in, it's better to do that than not. They're showing Giannis we still want to win, and we still doing the best we can to get them. And you have to love this team for that. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.